What, you think you have free run of the place now? You just come in and out wherever you want?
I got news for you. This isn't your house, even though my wife put a collar on you. Well, today what are we gonna do? Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if Disney won't say it, I will. We're gonna look at 4 more futuristic knives. And they're a lot of fun. But we're not gonna look at them here, so you know what time it is. We're gonna look at them from above, so turn down the volume. Here comes a little bit of music. Like I said in the intro, in the title, we are going to look at 4 more futuristic knives. I have a few here. These are ones that didn't make it into the first video, either because they weren't here yet, or they just got neglected. But that's what we're going to look at. So let's go ahead and pick one and start here just momentarily. Okay, first knife we're going to look at is the Artisan Great White. Now this is a very, sorry about that. I've done it twice. This is a unique looking knife. It looks like something from a science fiction movie. This is one that did not make the cut for the first one for a couple reasons. PDM decided to throw that double shadow dagger in, and I kind of forgot I had this. Now these are done, this one is done in titanium and S35VN, and it is a recurve Tonto, and it's done in a fashion that is pretty unique looking. It's got a nice harpoon blade. It does not have a flipper tab, so closed, it's got a nice clean look. You can only open it with the flipper aperture. Action on it is amazing. This is a really well done knife, but what makes it look even more futuristic is those lines that you see on the blade, which is not an uncommon thing to see, like a recurve Tonto, but those lines are kind of followed into the handle, which gives it a very futuristic look. So just to give it a little perspective, this is a knife that has a very similar style grind. It is a recurve Tonto. It's not quite as stretched as this one is, but it does not have those crazy lines that follow into the handle. So this makes this look much more futuristic. So Artisan did these. This is a Michael Gavick design from Gavco Knives. You know that he has a very clean, very distinct aesthetic of the way his knives look. And this is just a lot of fun. It gives you something in this knife that a lot of knives don't have. Now, is it a really functional, easy to use carrier EDC knife? Well, after carrying it for a while, it actually does not do a bad job cutting. You would think that because it is so unique and so out of the norm as far as handle shape and as skinny as it is, that it may be uncomfortable, but it's really not. You can get a really good grip. You can get all the way forward up into this. And I have found that this is actually a pretty useful, pretty easy to carry, day-to-day carry. Really nice pocket clip, and the action on it is truly amazing. It has got some of the best drop shut action I've ever seen on a knife. It came in real close in the knives that have that were the smoothest in my case. So yeah, I mean, just a lot of fun to carry. It's a lot of fun to look at. It's going to get attention, and if people see it, they're going to ask you some questions. So there you go. Our first knife, the Artisan Great White, designed by Mike Gavick over at Gavco Knives. This next knife is a knife I think you guys are going to recognize. It's one you've seen a lot of times. This is a very unique knife. This is my We Knife Company Incisor. Unfortunately, this is a discontinued model. You might be able to find one on the secondary market. But this knife is a lot of fun. It is not just a lot of fun, but it is also very functional. This is a karambit. It's meant for self-defense. I can't remember the blade steel. I'm looking to see if it's marked on it somewhere. I'm pretty sure it is. I just can't remember where. But this is a knife that was given to me at a knife show by one of the representatives at WE, because they couldn't take these knives with them. We were in Vegas. And this is a distinct thing to look at. Now, karambits typically aren't this futuristic looking. This has a lot of facets and stuff like that, but down to its bare bones, this is true to what it is as a karambit knife. It has got an Emerson Wave Feature-esque style tab on it that works really, really well. I will try to shoot a video of me pulling this out and put it in right here. So as you can see, it deploys incredibly well, but you also have a flipper tab on it. So if you happen to open it that way, this is not something I would consider a day-to-day EDC for typical use. This is not an easy knife to get in and do a lot of heavy tasks with. However, it does work really well for certain things like opening packages and boxes and things like that. But it's meant for self-defense. Now, karambits were originally, they originally came from East Asia, Sumatra, places like that, where these were a knife that they carried a blade shape. They come fixed blade, they come as folding knives like this, but these became popular here a few years ago. Back in the day, Emerson made one that they called the Super Karambit. But these things were really cool, and this one is just done in an aesthetic that is really, really good. So you're looking at a nice, deep, recurved blade that is done as a flipper. It folds down into this really aesthetically shaped handle, pocket clip, everything about it. It looks predatory. It looks menacing. It looks like it looks like a bird or a creature that you would see in a science fiction movie. So these things are a lot of fun. They're not for everyone. I recommend being really careful if you decide to carry one, because the fact is that they like to come open pretty easily coming out of the pocket by the way that you pull up on that tab. And the fact is that when you get one of these, there's a good chance you're going to want to play around and spin it on the ring like you see people doing. I don't advise that unless you've had some training. So there you go. Number 2, the Knife Incisor. All right, our next little futuristic-esque knife is the Spyderco Hanan. I grabbed my reading glasses so I can make sure everything's in focus. Designed by Brad Southard. So this is just a little flipper knife. It's got a unique look to it. I'm still on the fence. I'm not 100% sure whether I like it or not, but we are going to talk about it because it does have kind of a futuristic look to it. It almost has some unique lines. It does kind of remind me of a very, very small version of a kukri. It's got some unique grind lines. It's all been done really well. All these lines have been softened to give you some clean, soft looks. There's no real hard lines on this. The blade does drop down. Now, this is done in a compression lock. I like the compression lock, but I'm on the fence as to whether I like it on this knife. The reason being is because it's a flipper, and when you flip it, you wind up with your finger getting pinched in the compression lock. Like, it's in there and it just doesn't feel secure. Now, this is in titanium and G10, and I'm not going to argue the fact that this is an incredibly well-made knife. Brad Southard is pretty particular about how he wants things done. He is a top-notch knife designer and knife maker, so it does not surprise me the quality control on this. This was made in is this a Spyderco Taichung? Yeah, Taichung, Taiwan. Spyderco stuff that comes out of Taiwan is usually pretty good on. Action on this is really smooth and free. But like I said, this is just one of those little knives that just kind of has a futuristic look to it. It doesn't quite match with a lot of the things I look at coming from Spyderco. And like I said, the more you look at it, the more it looks like a little kukri. It looks like a kukri that somebody put in the dryer and maybe shrunk a little bit. So S30V on this, it's got a really coarse sharpening on it. I'm not gonna complain too much about this S30V. I haven't had too many problems with it. Then again, I have not sharpened too much with it. And as always with Spydercos, they have their trademark Spidey hole in it. Now, jimping on this one is not great, but like I said, as far as just plain up aesthetics, I'm digging this one. It kind of grew on me a little bit. I did not like it at first. This was a gift from Sharif Manganis over Manganis Steel. So there you go, guys. There is number 3, the Spyderco Hanan. All right, guys, I saved the best for last out of this 4 futuristic knives. This is the Megaron Koraki. Koraki, Koraki. This is designed by Sam. I looked it up on their website. This thing is nuts looking. So you're looking at a compound grind S90V blade with titanium scales, titanium hardware, titanium pocket clip. This just came in from Jared. I couldn't not put it in as many videos as possible because I truly love it. And it's just very unique looking. It has a very fluid feel. It looks like waves on this. The blade on it is really well done. It is so light, so comfortable in hand. Action on it's amazing. But back to the way it looks, because that's the focus of the video. This looks like something that would be, in a movie. This is a really good looking knife. I'm not sure if this is a prototype or not because the serial number is NO. So I don't know whether Jared got this as a prototype from them, but this thing is awesome looking. Nice coffin style handle that comes down to a nice transition. It's got this wave here. It's got these little facets on it, checkering, and it just looks really good. And then, like I said, when you get to the blade, you've got the dual grind, or the compound grind with dual finish, nice swedge that's ground in. I don't know why it does that all the time. I don't know why I can't ever remember to turn that off and why it does that. It shouldn't be making noise. It is a front flipper only, and I'm not too upset about it. The action is, for my big hands, it is a little bit difficult to get up and over and do a front flip with my index finger, but it is a lot of fun to just be messing with. This thing is beautiful. So I think that's how we're going to wrap it up. Oh, I was going to show the pocket clip. Look at the pocket clip on that. It is got such a unique, it's almost it's so clean and plain, but it also has a unique look to it. So yeah, I'm digging this knife. I do like that two-tone blue pocket clip with a bronze pivot collar. So yeah, the Koraki, it's a winner in my book. All right, guys, let's turn this around and do some final thoughts. Yes, you heard that right at the very beginning of the video. That was a dig against Disney. I'm kind of upset about everything that's going on with Disney, but this isn't the place for it. I just, every once in a while, have to let it out. Yeah, guys, these knives were a lot of fun. I think out of all of them, my personal favorite right now still is this Artisan Great White. It's a beautiful knife, and it's a functional knife. I haven't carried the Megaron long enough to make a decision, but I'd have to say that's probably my second favorite. As far as striking, I think it is. I think that's the most attractive. But that's it on this one, guys. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like them, give them a thumbs down. But please try to tell me why. I can't change the content if you don't tell me what you don't like. If you want to support the channel, it's as simple as like, share, subscribe, drop a comment, hit the bell icon so you get all the notifications, but make sure you have notifications turned on your device. But if you do want to support the channel financially, I have a handful of ways. They're all down in the description below. I have a membership link that has a bunch of different benefits based on tier, but everyone gets $5 off my sharpening service. Everyone gets access to my gilded server. And if you're in the premium tier, you get access to a full tutorial series that I've built over the last couple of years that I'm still working on and still adding things to. Other ways you can support the channel, I have a bunch of affiliate links down below. A lot of times stuff that you see on the channel is in the affiliate links, but there are a lot of stuff down there, stones, tools, all kinds of recommended EDC knives. Anything you purchase, I get a little bit of it at checkout, and it doesn't cost you anything. And the final way is I have a merchandise store on Ember Shirt Co. And I've set up a coupon code at Ember Shirt Co. that saves you 10% at checkout. That coupon code is CrazySharp, all one word, capital C, capital S, CrazySharp. It saves you 10% at checkout. And if you send me a picture of you wearing my merchandise, I will put it in a video. Guys, I love you all. Keep it clean in the comment section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. And I will see you in the next video.